Hello and welcome back to what I wished I'd known about self-publishing before I got started. My name is Karlie with Dragon Key Press. My computer is still out for repairs, and to make things easier on everybody, I'm not going to worry about visuals today. So don't feel like you have to sit there in front of the screen and watch a video that's basically the logo the entire time. You can just turn it on, walk away from the computer, and listen to your heart's content. Going off the cuff again today for some real talk. Today's topic is newsletters, which I know can be controversial, especially in regards to self-publishing. Honestly, I feel they're the bane of my existence, but that could just be me. Some people say they are an absolute must. Some people say, if you do, great. If you don't, whatever. But as you have probably seen in your inboxes or your spam folders and your emails, even big corporations such as fast food send you a weekly, monthly, and sometimes even daily email about something going on, whatever, to try and keep your business, keep you hyped about something, or things like that. And that's basically what the purpose of a newsletter is, to let your readers know what's going on in your life, upcoming projects, upcoming releases, fun games, contests, those kinds of things, so that they have an idea of what to expect and what to look forward to. Now, my personal preference is maybe once a month, if not once every 3 months. But, you know, you got to find that happy medium for everybody. Some put out a daily, some a weekly, some a monthly, some once a year, some only put out an email, news blast, newsletter, whatever you want to call it, when they have something they feel is important to let you know. So there's no real set schedule on that. When I first got into the whole newsletter thing, I had a scheduled release once a week. And it was a pain to go in and have to create the content and schedule it, and then go back and do it all over ad nauseum. So I decided, you know what, I'm going to just do the whole, whenever I have news that needs to be given to my readers. Now, there are a lot of different sources and ways you can do the whole newsletter thing. You can just have people give you their email address and you add it to your contacts, which you put into a special folder to say, these are my newsletter groups. And then when you want to send out a newsletter, you click the send to this group, type out your newsletter, add your whatever, doodads, graphics, etc., and off you go. There are a lot of automated systems out there now, of course, that will do a lot of this stuff for you, that will have templates, that will keep track of those who are signed up for your newsletter, will show you analytics about who subscribes, how many subscribers, who actually clicks any links in your email, so forth, etc. Excuse me for pauses and awkwardness. I am getting over a cold, so keep that in mind as we keep going forward. I used to use MailChimp. There are a crap ton of other ones out there if you really want to Google it. And for starters, it's not bad, and it is free to start. A lot of these are free to start, but once you reach a certain number of subscribers, you have to have a paid membership. So keep that in mind. But since I haven't used it for a long hot minute, so long in fact that they've sent me several email warnings that my account is basically going to be deleted because I haven't used it, I can't tell you the current stuff, so you'll have to kind of look that up for yourself. And I'm sure you're like, oh, are you using the email method you mentioned earlier with your contacts just in a specific folder? The answer to that is no. I actually use my blog, which is the landing page of my website. People can subscribe to the blog, and I update it periodically, maybe once a month, maybe every couple of months, depending on if I feel like I have something that's worth saying. And as soon as I post that blog, it sends out an email to everybody who's actually subscribed to it, just like it would an actual newsletter, blah, blah, whatever. This method may work for you, it may work for other people. I use Blogger. There are tons out there that you can use if you really want to. Or you can use a combination, just depends entirely on what you want to do with that. But my general experience with them, maybe that's because I just don't have a big audience that have really subscribed, is most people just kind of look at it and, oh hey, news, yay, and then they send it to the trash. Not gonna lie, I get a lot of, sorry, my husband's coughing in the background if you can hear that. Like I said, getting over colds. Anyway, when I get a crap ton of newsletters from various authors who I have signed up with because contests or free content or whatever, which is a great way of getting people to subscribe, but not necessarily to keep them interested, I usually just kind of maybe open them and browse them, but most of the time I just click, trash, click, trash, click, trash. And I know that's horrible of me. People spend time putting these things together, but honestly, I think that's what most people do. So if you do decide to do newsletters, please make them meaningful and don't send them every day, because that gets absolutely annoying. I'm more likely to click on one of these newsletters if it is something I don't receive on the daily. Maybe even once a week I'm more inclined to go, oh hey, what are they up to? But personally, my preference is don't send me a newsletter unless you have something meaningful to say. That's not to say that your readers will not want something different, but my personal opinion, newsletters should be used to promote upcoming things, fun things, important things, not just, ooh, buy my stuff, ooh, buy my stuff, buy my stuff, buy my stuff, buy my stuff, buy my stuff. It gets saturated and people just go numb to it, just like somebody telling you repeatedly over and over, you should wear a coat in the middle of winter. No duh, I should wear a coat, it's cold. Anyway, newsletters, super important, but you also kind of have to decide how best to work them for you if you want to use them at all. Like I said, I use my blog, and it gets sent out whenever I update my blog, and honestly, there have been times I've gone 6+ months with nothing, and that's okay. So don't freak out thinking, oh my gosh, I have to create content for a newsletter so many times a month, week, day, year, whatever, because you don't. Just keep in mind that this is a good tool, a valuable tool, but if it's an overused tool, people are going to look at it and go, oh, not another one, and they'll just delete it like I do with most of the ones I get, because they send them ad nauseum at least once a day, sometimes once a week, and it was like, I can't be bothered. So unless you have something important to say, maybe hold off on sending 50 million newsletters. That being said, find a balance that works for you. Anyway, this has been my real talk about newsletters with added content in the background, which I will try to get out as much as possible, but hey, this is not my normal computer, not my normal setup. It's actually 10 years old, so that'll probably give you an idea of what I'm dealing with right now, but I didn't want to not post an episode this weekend, so please forgive me for anything sounding not awesome and all that jazz. Fingers crossed next week I will at least sound more like myself. Sans cold. And, yeah, hopefully that gave you some insights, some kind of thoughts to think about at least. I am Karlie with Dragon Key Press. Please feel free to like, share, subscribe, and I hope to see you next time.